While a lot of people are rushing to overcrowded markets, savvy entrepreneurs know that real success lies in the discovery of hidden opportunities. And here on the channel, I've always got you covered when it comes to unveiling certain secrets, right? So in this video, goal getters, we are going to be uncovering those low competition businesses that not only promise profitability, but also the chance to make a long-lasting impact. So whether you're looking to start small or scale big, these ideas will not only help you achieve success, but could also enable you contribute to Africa's economic transformation. So are you ready to explore this sector with me? Let's get started, Go Getter. But before we do that, please do well to like this video already and share it with your loved ones at the end if you've actually found value in it. That said, we can go ahead without thanking our members who've been supporting the channel. We really do appreciate you, and if you are watching and you are interested in joining the Go Getter community, please go to our About page and you are going to find the link there. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first business idea that I am going to be talking about here that has really got little or no competition in most African countries is the recycling and waste management business. So I am literally talking here of you starting a business wherein you collect and recycle waste items and process waste such as plastic or e-waste could be so profitable to you and the community as a whole, for as we know, such businesses are environment friendly. Now the thing with waste collection and recycling business is the fact that a lot of people do look down on such businesses and they think that those are what they would generally call dirty businesses. So a lot of people don't even think of starting such businesses because to them they are very filthy and degrading. So there is very little competition when it comes to waste collection and recycling. There is this one in my vicinity. When we just finished building and moved into our new home, she just started her service. That is 3 years ago, right? But today, as I am talking to you right now, the woman has not only left from one employee, which was her very own self, to 4 other employees with whom she works. And right now, as I am talking to you, she doesn't do the picking or collecting of waste anymore. The employees are there doing the job. And when she started, she actually started collecting the garbage, putting it in her boot, which was a boot of a small car, that is a small Corolla car, right? Now, as I am talking to you, this woman has bought 4 big tricycles that actually do the carrying. That is, each employee has got a tricycle with which they collect the garbage. So I actually witnessed someone grow in this sector within just 3 years. That one is actually living her dream life right now as I am talking to you, all right? And it is something that is not really expensive for the clients. We, her clients, pay just $5 per month. So imagine just the little $5 she gets from a home times the number of homes in a quarter. I am talking about a quarter of at least 2,000 homes. Now let's assume that everyone has not subscribed to her service, right? Let's just take a minimum of 1,500 homes, for instance. So if we take $5 times 1,500 homes, this woman is not making anything less than $7,500 per month. And like I told you, this is just a rough estimate, and from my own observation, there is no other person collecting garbage in this area, so I assume she is the only one doing that as of now. And remember that I told you that this is some business that a lot of people look down on it, so the competition is very low. And the best part of it is that this is something that is not difficult to start, all right? Like I told you, this woman started collecting garbage just using her car boot, and today she is making millions in francs CFA. And here you go, getters, you might be thinking that maybe collecting garbage is something that is strenuous or difficult because maybe clients. No, she doesn't give room for any friction with clients. For with her subscription, we pay before the collection. That is, you pay each month at least upfront, all right? For someone like me, I would pay for at least 6 months in advance, and I guess a lot of people do that. So she doesn't really strain to collect her money from the clients. So if you don't pay, she doesn't pick your garbage. It is as simple as that. And a lot of people do love the service, because if you don't subscribe to her service, how are you going to discard off your waste? Because the state garbage area that is closest to our area is still kilometers away. So no one wants to struggle with maybe collecting garbage and moving with it in your car to go and dispose of it, all right? So this woman is almost indispensable in our area. Now, if you want to look at the recycling of waste, this is something that I talked about in detail in one of my videos that I would advise you watch, all right? I'm going to be linking it here or in the comment section. So you go and watch that video and actually get everything you need to know about the waste recycling business and the machines needed for that. So the second business idea that you don't want to miss if you want to actually start something with little competition. So I am talking here of the agri consulting business. Yes, this is some business that is very, very untapped in Africa, and the competition is very low for just a few even know of such a business. So this business consists of providing consulting services to small farmers on modern farming techniques such as crop diversification and sustainable practices. People don't know that a lot of people do need these services, all right? Talking to you right now, a lot of people contact us all the time for consulting services on what to do in their farms. You know, a lot of Africans are going into agriculture right now, and they need some guidance on the right things to do in their farms, the right techniques according to the location of their farms, the climate of the area, and everything. So this is something that if you could actually get trained and understand how to go about this, you are going to be making a lot of money because the demand is there. Next on our list, we are going to be talking about photo booth rental. This is some business that really does exist, that a lot of people don't even know that it exists. And the competition is very low because just a few people have actually launched these businesses in Africa. And mark you, those few really make a lot of money. You know, nowadays, a lot of people like to do photo shoots when certain events take place in their lives. We've got photo shoots such as maternity photo shoots, baby showers, birthday parties, weddings, wedding anniversaries, promotions, and all the like. So there are a lot of events that make people to want to take a lot of pictures. So they need certain environments that you all know, and they would pay whatever it takes to get the type of environment or decor they want for their photo shoots. So there are people who actually come up with themed photo booths for photo shoots, all right? So some use vans for their photo shoots decorated with certain themes. I've seen photo booths with newspaper settings. I've seen photo shoots with wedding settings, anniversary settings, safari settings, floral settings. That is, you just need to be good at theme decoration, and that's how you're going to be making a lot of money. And here, if you are thinking of the fact that you don't have money to maybe get a van or maybe rent a hall for your photo shoot, that's not what I am talking about, all right? There are mobile photo shoots that are not vans. A lot of people do create their photo booths from plywood or cardboard. So you just need to arrange it in a way that it could actually be transported, mounted somewhere at an event, and once the event is over, it could be dismantled and returned to where it's coming from. So this is a business you could do very well from the comfort of your home. If you've got maybe some space in your garage or anywhere around your house where you can store such things. So the next business I am going to be talking about here is pretty much related to the previous one because it has to do with events, and I am talking here of table and chair rental business. Yes, this is some business that a lot of people don't know that they can do it, because most times when people think of table and chairs, they think of events planning business as a whole, or they think of those who are involved in the catering business. But mark you go getters, table and rent business is something that can actually stand on its own. And a few smart people have understood that, and they've started such a business. The good thing with this business is that it doesn't really need a lot to start. If you could just have a little capital to buy some few chairs and table and let people know that you are renting them out, you are going to be making a lot of money. And this business is so profitable because a lot of people, for some reasons, do need chairs and tables at times, but they don't need any decoration services or they don't need any catering services as the others will do. So there are a lot of people who would need tables and chairs and will hesitate to actually contact an event planner because those people would need the person to hire other services from them. So they would rather get the chairs and tables from you who is renting just those two, if you get what I mean. These services are so needed, go-getters. I can't enumerate the number of times that I have actually rented chairs and tables when I have an event. Here in Cameroon, for instance, we have what we call the Njangi, all right? If you're a Cameroonian, you know what I'm talking about. So in my Njangi, especially when it's my turn to host the Njangi in my home, normally the chairs aren't going to be enough, all right? And I don't have spare chairs for now. So what I will generally do is rent chairs and tables in order to host all the people I've got coming. So a lot of people do this, all right? Some people will rent chairs and tables for maybe burial ceremonies, traditional weddings. You know, here in Cameroon and in most parts of Africa, we do a lot of traditional weddings. And on such occasions, a lot of people are invited and chairs and tables are needed. So there are a lot of events here in Africa that people do need only chairs and tables without decor services, rental services, basically all the event planning services and everything. At times, people don't need those. So that's where you are stepping in to tap that money. So the next business that is very, very little in competition in Africa is the local language content creation business. If you didn't know, go-getter, one of the most lucrative business nowadays is content creation. And most times, content is created in either English, French, Spanish, or most known languages. So Africans face this huge problem of not having content in their own maternal languages. And this is something that a lot of people don't know. Unlike what people think, a lot of African countries now are proning maternal languages, that is their native languages, and they would love their kids to consume content in their native languages because they've come to understand that if they don't take things seriously as concerns maternal languages in African countries, those languages are pretty much going to disappear in few years to come. So it is actually a big deal right now. So if you can produce content in local languages such as entertainment, educational material that is for kids or adults, and also on news, you can actually serve that hungry population and tap into that underserved market. If you're in South Africa, you should consider maybe things like the Zulu language, the Swati language. If you're in Cameroon, maybe Bulu, Meta, and Homala, for instance. Nigeria, let's take maybe Yoruba, Hausa. In Ivory Coast, let's take maybe Baule. In Congo, let's take Lingala and all the like. So when we talk of maternal languages, we talk of you learning those languages, or if you know those languages, you can make good use of them. Your location doesn't really matter. For you know, nowadays, everything is done electronically. You could actually come with your courses and sell them online. So the next business idea here that has got very little competition in Africa is local snacks and health food business. Producing and selling traditional or healthy snacks made from local ingredients could be very profitable in Africa. So I am talking of anything that you could think that will be targeting health conscious clients. Next on, let's talk about digital skill training. Yes, I can never get tired of talking about this because the demand in Africa right now is so high while the supply is so little. Go-getters, when it comes to digital skills, the competition is very low in Africa, all right? So this is some business that if you're a smart go-getter out there, you shouldn't miss out on. If you can just offer affordable training on digital skills and graphic designing and also on coding, digital marketing can actually be a niche market for you, especially in areas with a growing internet access. More and more youths are conscious of the fact that the world is more of digital right now, and a lot of them are going tech savvy. So this is something that if you can have a little bit of time and money to invest in, you are going to be making a lot of money. So I am therefore talking here of opening training centers, that is physical training centers where the youths can actually come and get trained in digital skills like graphic designing, coding, and other digital skills, like I just said. The main push that drew me to this conclusion is the fact that just yesterday I was watching an interview of a successful Cameroonian entrepreneur who was saying that she actually came to Cameroon for a visit shortly before the COVID, and due to the progress of the pandemic, she got stuck here in Cameroon and couldn't return to Canada. So she had to improvise and start up another branch of her company here in Cameroon while waiting for the pandemic to be over. So she revealed in that interview that the first difficulty she faced was laying her hands on competent staff because all her business was done online. She is actually an owner of an e-commerce platform. So it was very difficult for her to lay her hands on skilled youths that could actually do the work she needed done. So at a point, she had no option than to start her own training center where she could train the youths and actually recruit them later on to work for her. So that actually rang a bell in my head, and I was like, yeah, this is quite true because I am a living witness of that, all right? I've been on YouTube now for 3 years. Africa Today is a year old, but I've got 2 other channels that I started before Africa Today. So I actually faced the same difficulty getting skilled youths to work with, all right? So believe me when I tell you that digital skill training is something really needed in Africa. So at a certain point, I actually came to the bitter realization that I needed to train everyone I laid my hands on in order for me to get the skills I wanted from them. So the next business we are going to be talking about here is the selling of eco-friendly products. We've got a lot of eco-friendly products that you could either manufacture yourself or simply buy and resell, all right? You know, now with the incessant growth of environmental issues plaguing our society, a lot of people have come to the awareness of the importance of using eco-friendly products. So a lot of people are ready to spend a little bit more and buy eco-friendly products rather than products that are a nuisance to our health. So by eco-friendly products here, I simply mean things like eco-friendly bags, biodegradable packages, and solar-powered gadgets. These are a few examples of things that are eco-friendly that if you actually invest your money in, you are going to be making a lot of money. And like I said, the competition is very low because very few people think of such businesses nowadays. Generally, people are going to be mixing maybe biodegradable packaging alongside other stuff they are selling. But remember, in one of my videos, I drew your attention to the fact that one of the ways of making real money in Africa is to actually specialize on one thing. Be known for that one thing, all right? Sell a particular thing and be known for that. If you are selling maybe designer perfumes, sell only designer perfumes and be known for designer perfumes. If you want to sell chargers, for instance, sell only iPhone chargers, for instance, and be known for selling iPhone chargers only. What that does is that it gives you authority in that particular domain. When someone needs an iPhone charger, a good iPhone charger, people will generally refer them to you. So that makes you outstand in the domain and therefore make a lot of money because people trust you that you sell only original products. So that goes the same with eco-friendly products, all right? I would advise you specialize on selling only eco-friendly products so that when people need eco-friendly products, they are going to be sent to you, and that's how you're going to be making the money. There you have it, go-getters, profitable businesses that you could start in Africa with very little competition and make a lot of money. If you loved this video, please do well to share it with your loved ones and make sure to take action, all right? Watching these videos is not enough. Take action and let's tap from those endless opportunities in Africa. My name is Elvin Jik and I was glad helping. Peace.